Hello and welcome back to the Gate series. I unfortunately can't get that little circle with my face off of the recording right now because I haven't done this in so long. Things have changed on Canva, which is what I use to create these presentations. And so just have to bear with me. I would actually probably put my face on here on video. But I wasn't prepared to do that. So, anyway, welcome back to the Gate series. This is Gate 25, the Gate of the Spirit of the Self. This is in channel 5125 off of the G Center or Identity Center right here. So, this channel is from the Identity Center to the Ego or Will Center in the chart. This is the perfection of action through uncontrived and spontaneous nature. It is located in the individual circuitry in the centering circuit. So this is the gate of the spirit of the self. It is hexagram 25, and it is also the 25th gene key. And the 25th hexagram describes this as without entanglement or disentangling. The 25th gene key talks about this gate as the gate of acceptance. So, as I said, this is located in the individual circuitry within the centering circuit. This circuit is about recognizing that your desire, your passions are an expression of the divine. This channel in particular, the 2551, it's rooted in an understanding that there is a universal force that expresses itself in the most unexpected ways. This circuitry connects the individual to something much bigger. This is the gate of innocence and initiation, the gate of the spiritual warrior. Through this energy, one will be tested to retain and deepen their innocence despite many challenges in life. So, this 25 is pretty much consistently getting initiated. There is an inherent competitive energy in this channel that can actually evoke competition from others. The 25th hexagram is about developing discernment regarding what is yours and what is not yours. This is the path of learning to not take on others' problems or the world's problems as your own. As we learn to disentangle, we can free up an enormous amount of creative potential. So, Gene Key 25, the myth of the sacred wound. So, the shadow expression of the 25th gene key is constriction. Somatically, this manifests as constriction in the body and in the breath. If we haven't confronted and begun to accept and heal our wounding, it cannot unwind, and we cannot free ourselves to access this deep unconditional love, which is a powerful energy and hallmark of this gate. Behaviorally, this manifests as clinging to objects, relationships, etc. Richard Rudd says, love grows through freedom and dies through restriction. The repressive energy and manifestation of the shadow frequency of the 25th gene key is ignorance. This can look like repressing our pain and ultimately creating a shutdown of our ability to access higher and evolved ways of thinking and being. If we are unable to acknowledge the depth of this wounding, we are essentially out of touch with what is buried inside. The reactive expression, shadow expression, is cold. So this manifests as an unwillingness to take responsibility for our own pain and often gets projected onto others because the 25th shadow frequency is hating how they feel. This can look like a pattern of volatile, tumultuous, and brief relationships. And finally, The gift frequency is acceptance. This frequency is accessed as an individual begins to allow themselves to feel into that sacred wound, and they are able to begin to process the deep inherent fear that lies at the very center of it. With this, there begins an unwinding of the constriction, and we begin to experience a sense of optimism, creativity, and ultimately love. So when we can truly see the gift of our suffering and allow ourselves to feel the fear and the pain, it begins to release and acceptance can bloom. And finally, I'll leave you with one more quote from Richard Rudd. You have to relax these layers deep inside you so that you can feel the flow of love once more moving within your being.